Welcome.
We certainly hope you all enjoy the show.
Because I know Cops doesn't start till 4.
Is this the second episode with the new intro?
Second or third.
Yeah.
Second or third time with that intro.
Well, it's really only the second time because the first time
It didn't end up working.
Yeah, it didn't play. So
Was that your first time hearing the intro, Allie?
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah, I usually tune in after the intro.
I know, because Cops doesn't start till 4. Yeah, hey, welcome back to the show. Sorry we're absentee on Friday, and we're coming at you a little bit early today on a Monday. But we just got back, peep the hat. We just got back from Clarksville, Virginia. Can you see it at all?
Just barely.
There we go. That's the way I got to turn.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just got back from Clarksville.
Just about 12 hours ago.
Yep. Shout out to Colin and Emma. They were, that's what we were up to. We're going down there to visit their baby. They got a baby. We went down and, but anyway, I picked up this hat from a little place down in Virginia called Bobcat's Bait and Tackle. I saw that and I was like, I needed a hat from there as soon as I saw the sign.
What's the significance of the squirrel? Why wouldn't there be a bobcat on the hat?
Well, so I looked.
Funny you ask.
Funny you ask. I looked. I would have liked one with a bobcat on it. They do have multiple taxidermy bobcats on display in the different spots in the ceiling in there. So I went over to the hat department after asking Sam Elliott where the hats are, and he's right there in the back. So I go around to the back, and they had a lot of MAGA themed Bobcats Bait and Tackle merch.
I got my dad a "Make Fishing Great Again" shirt.
Yeah. So anyway, it just was an interesting selection, but the hats. So there's a lot of different colors, shapes, and designs of hats. And you could get ones that just had a little leather patch that said Bobcats Bait and Tackle. Very simple, right?
Yeah.
You could also get a lot of different hats with different types of fish, bass or whatever, Bobcats Bait and Tackle with a fish. And then they also had one with a turkey, and I kept looking a little more, and I found one with a squirrel. And I said, you know what, squirrel, that's for me. I'm going squirrel. And over the course of my trip, it became evident to me why the squirrel it was an option there. It's because there's a plethora of squirrels.
Rodent infestation.
They don't have a harsh enough winter to really kill them off. So if you're not out there picking off squirrels every day with your
Hitting
22,
them with your
yeah. Well, I didn't see too many scurrying across the road, but the yard of our Airbnb, as soon as it warmed up a tiny bit, it was alive with squirrels. There's so many freaking squirrels. So you could just sit out there and just pick them off a couple at a time. And I'm guessing that's why I've got the hunting safety orange with a squirrel on it. It's because I think squirrel hunting is probably a popular sport down there.
So it sounds like they didn't have any bobcat hats.
No, they did not have a single. It could have been, maybe that was a popular item. Like there was two. This was one of two squirrel hats. There was one turkey hat. Like I said, there was plenty of fish hats, and then plenty of the leather patch. So, I don't know. Maybe they had a release with a bobcat and it sold out.
The bobcat ones go faster than the other ones.
I think you're thinking too much into the name here, Bobcat, because it's a fishing store. It's not a hunting store. It's bait and tackle.
It did have...
but it's bobcats.
But it also had a hunting section. It had rifles and ammo.
You could get a fishing or a hunting license there.
Yeah.
Don't bobcats eat fish?
Well, and
I
again,
think so.
My guess is the guy who owns it, that's his nickname is Bobcat, would be my guess. I don't know. But certainly part of the namesake of the store is the multiple taxidermy bobcats in there, right? Or did they name it Bobcats and then people brought them the taxidermy? I don't know.
Did you get any footage of this store?
I got some footage of the outside. I was too nervous to bring the camera in because I didn't. This is the type of place where it's a gas station where it's the original version of a gas station where you just pump your gas and then you go inside and tell them how much gas you pumped and pay for it. Okay? This is old school. And also it's the type of place we were there what time was it we were there? It was morning-ish.
Yeah, it was
Not super
Probably
early.
like 9ish, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was multiple old men that were pulled into Bobcats, and they were just leaning on the counter chatting. You know what I mean?
Drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Did they sell coffee in there?
No, but this is clearly like, fishing is huge down there. So we were right by the lake, and there was tons of people fishing constantly. So these guys maybe had gone fishing or were about to go out fishing. Who knows? But regardless, this is the type of place. It's definitely a community type of place. Multiple people were there just to hang out and talk to Bobcat. And so I was a little
Bobcat.
I
I can only assume that's his name.
Yeah, again, I brought my big my new camera, which is quite here, put it to the where's something that's not completely black so you can actually see the camera. Anyway, I felt a little gun shy going into the store, especially because I wanted Bobcat to like me.
Yeah,
So
they probably would have been caught off guard by something.
they might have been offended by the camera.
Yeah.
So I just went in there and Carter paid for the gas, and I said, "You guys don't have Bobcat bait and tackle hats, do you?" And that's what he said, right there in the back.
They had like a whole merch section.
Huge merch
Yeah,
corner.
Carter and I got t-shirts. They had sweatshirts. They had like fishing shirts. You name it, they had it.
It was like Realtree camo sweatshirts, like the actual, the brand Realtree with the Bobcat bait and tackle embroidery on it. And I was like, dang, I kind of wanted one of those. But no, I mean, so that was my fascination with Bobcats. I had to get the hat.
You're making it out like it was a real tourist destination. I don't know if it's just a regular old gas station.
It was
It was a regular old gas station.
old gas station. But the thing is,
We made it a tourist destination.
to me, that's what you're looking for, right? Like, you come to New England, you want to see stone walls, covered bridges, old church, right? What else are you looking for here? So I go down to Virginia. What did I see? I saw Confederate flags, Bobcats bait and tackle,
Flooding.
and flooding,
and fields.
in fields. So
Yeah, some cows, lots of cows.
I don't know. So when you go to a certain area, you want to experience their
culture.
Yeah, and Bobcat's bait and tackle, I think, is an authentic taste of what life in Virginia could be like. If you're into hunting and fishing, it's got two gas pumps, and you have to
There was 3 pumps.
3 pumps. Okay, well,
They had diesel.
yeah, that's true too. Just a small gas station, and the fact that you can pump your gas and then go inside and pay still. You know what I mean? That's really neat to me. There's not a
just
lot
get
of
a
places
kick out
like
of
that.
it. Let's go down to 7-Eleven and get the hats and the shirts and.
This wasn't 7-Eleven though. This is a local.
I know.
This is a father and son business, and
Bobcats.
Support the locals.
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of here's a perfect example: the Poor People's Pub. It's just a restaurant, right?
People come far and wide.
People
for
come
pork.
far and wide for those shirts and hats.
Yeah.
So, to me, Bobcats again, it's a similar thing where you're going for a taste of the local flavor, and I wanted something to represent that. And what better place than Bobcats?
I was talking to my mom comparing the lake down there to like the lake up here, like Winnipesaukee and other lakes, and I had said how it felt like it was a strong fishing community and area.
Yep.
Because we saw all those bass boats out there and stuff. And then I thought about it, and I was like, it's not quite nice enough to like just ride your boat around the lake. I was like, that's probably why it felt like more of a fishing community to me than like, I think of Winnipesaukee as like where you take your boat to ride around on the lake.
Well, it's definitely a lot more scenic.
Yeah.
Than this particular. Like, this was some form of water reservoir. Like, I think Colin said it used to be a river. It's not. It's not actually.
Yeah, there is a spot where they dam it up.
It's a man-made.
Oh, we went to the dam.
Yeah, we went to the dam.
That thing's huge.
So, I did record a good vlog, and I actually started editing it. I showed Curtis. He got to see a little sneak preview, so it is in the works. I might hopefully get this vlog done But anyway, we filmed at the dam. I filmed everything basically, so it's gonna be a really good video. While we were walking around downtown Clarksville, there was this log carving of an alien outside of a store, and I just was filming the alien outside the store because that's the type of stuff I like, right? Log carving of an alien right there on the streets of downtown Clarksville.
Yeah.
This guy with a gold tooth. I'm not kidding. Steve, I'm sorry, man, but you looked a little bit like the Unabomber to me. Steve comes out with his gold tooth and his Unabomber glasses.
His hair was all slicked back, balding.
Yeah, like it was a
He looked like he owned an antique shop with an alien out front of
yeah.
it.
Anyway, he was giving me some history of the area, and like just honestly, he was really trying to like help with my content because I'm just filming the downtown, and Colin's giving me some backstory of the downtown, but obviously he's new to the area. So this guy Steve was just giving me more
Was
backstory.
Steve living on the street that you were filming on?
He owned one of the stores.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he came out of the store with the alien, and what was the alien's name?
Chuckles.
Chuckles. Yeah,
But they called him Chuck.
Yeah, he gave me the whole story. But anyway, I was hoping to film more with Steve. I wanted to get more content with Steve while I was there, but
Never made it back.
no, I didn't make it back. And there was a woman that knew Steve that interrupted our chat while I was talking to him. She came by, and the rest of Carter, Allie, Emma, and Colin were all already way down the street. So I was like, Steve, I'll have to talk to you later, but it was nice to meet you.
Did you get any footage of the candy ice cream shop / appliance store?
I don't think I did. I should have, because that was really novel. So Emma's sister, I don't want to completely blow up their spot, but Emma's sister works in this place that is half a ice cream store, half dishwasher, washing machine, refrigerator, appliance store.
Yeah.
It's a husband and wife business, right?
Yeah, but it's not just ice cream. It's an ice
And,
cream
like, little
bar.
knickknacks.
They have I guess they do other types of food because there was salt and pepper on the table. We never
And there's
found
like a
out
little
what other-
home,
what else do
like
they-
like the paper store style section of
little
stuff
toys
to buy.
and
But when you first walk in, you walk into the candy shop, ice cream shop, little
And it's like
knickknack
this.
stuff.
It's like this, exactly what you'd picture to be on the little downtown Main Street, right? For a little like diner ice cream.
And then you
joint.
look past that through the open doors, and there's fridge and dishwashers, washing machines for sale.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. I should have got content. I should have
Some
filmed
more
in there,
film in
but we were in there. Colin was getting his.
His regular milkshake.
It was like an espresso, or was it just a coffee milkshake?
I think it was just. I guess I didn't know
It was
what flavor
coffee. It was definitely a coffee milkshake.
Was it coffee?
I almost got ice cream, but it was just one of those mornings. It was just a little too cold. If I was gonna get something, I wanted it hot. I didn't want ice cream.
I don't know if Colin's in here, he could tell us what your ice cream. I didn't even ask him what it was.
I'm pretty sure it was
What's your
coffee.
ice cream
I just know.
order?
I know he said that it wasn't Emma's sister that made it, so he said that it kind of sucked.
Yeah, it wasn't as good. Emma's sister apparently makes a better one.
Real quick before I lose it, I just wanted to say the alien thing.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Betty and Barney Hill where they got abducted is like right up the street from Clark's Trading Post?
Did
Yeah.
you know that Grammy Pam has met Betty and Barney Hill?
Oh, what?
Really?
She has met them. I don't know to the extent of her friendship with them, but she has definitely met them.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I've heard about
Was
it.
it like a meet and greet situation? Or
No. Like Curtis was saying, these folks are,
Locals?
They're from Portsmouth.
yeah,
I think.
they're New Hampshire people, and obviously, they have some amount of fame from this alien abduction story. One of the more famous abduction stories in
was
history.
the first one in the U.S. that was nationwide.
Is that what is
It was
that why
either
it's
the
so
first
big?
reported one or
Well,
in the U.S. or the first nationwide
interesting
one.
part was that they were a couple, and they did hypnotic regression separately, and had
Had the same.
same or very similar stories. So that's anyway. Interesting alien tie-in.
Yeah, I just saw that the other day. I didn't realize it was so close. I just thought next time we go to Clark's, we got to go check it out.
Exeter has an annual like alien party.
Really?
Yeah. I can't remember the exact story, but something happened in.
This is Bobcat. Carter found a picture of Bobcat.
Yeah, this guy here,
with the mustache.
that's Bobcat.
Nice.
You can see where I get the Sam Elliott thing from. But yeah,
Do they
anyway.
have a Facebook page?
Yeah, I was looking to
And
see
this,
if they had a
so
website.
this is
but-
like a picture inside the store. You can already see all the lures and fishing rods everywhere. Like this place.
Scratch tickets,
this-
cigarettes, you name it.
He's
They-
got a
yeah.
3/4 zip with no undershirt.
But yeah, Bobcats, real American experience. You know, so just to go back to aliens, what we were just talking about, I realized my problem recently with why I don't really care about the alien stuff as much, the speculation stuff as much.
Yeah.
I was listening to what's that guy that was on Joe Rogan recently? That's an electrician that does debunking videos.
Yeah. I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is it Carter?
Well, it could be
Could be in a few years.
Yeah, like 30 years maybe.
Yeah, what's his debunk something?
Dedunking.
Yeah,
yeah,
dedunking.
yeah. Anyway, so I'm listening to this
Should
guy
pull up a
on
picture
Rogan.
of the guy.
Yeah, and they are talking the practical stuff, the physical stuff. You know what I mean? Like the pyramids, like the Bimini Road, all these actual, sites. Yeah, this was the guy.
He's an electrician in Florida.
And he was saying something really funny, how people that are into this stuff and people that are into science and actual scientists, how they're all a little bit weird and they all are just a little off. They dress funny and they talk funny. And he lumped himself in with that. He said, and that includes me. He lumped himself in. But
I lied. Exeter has a UFO festival.
okay.
Um,
That's basically the same thing. UFO.
Yeah, it has something to do with like one of the most recorded UFO sightings.
Yeah.
In
They report them
history.
all the time.
Yeah, like no, like so many people in this area saw the same exact thing at the same exact
Okay.
time.
Big
without
incident.
yeah, without having been like neighbors. Like it was like people across town that like you couldn't be like, hey,
Let's all get together.
let's all
and
get together
report
and
this.
say that we saw this.
That's kind of interesting. New Hampshire, I guess, has a lot more alien history than I realized. But yeah. Anyway, that was what I was gonna say about the aliens. Just that I like the geology and archaeology of the actual physical stuff that we like. I've never seen a video or any evidence of a UFO that had made me believe it. But there's no argument as to whether or not the pyramids are real. The pyramids are fucking real. The argument is, what are they? So that to me is so much more interesting. And if you want to tie aliens into that, sure, I'm game for that because it's so confusing what how the pyramids are.
Yeah. I think that that stuff kind of interests me too. I think that the Sphinx really is a
Right?
really big one that gets me a lot. Have you seen like the Sphinx that instead of the human head, it was like the dog, like the dog head that you see in Egypt?
Yeah, it was like an Egyptian.
The Sphinx with a dog head instead, not a lion.
It just who even knows? I think they say, wasn't it? I think it initially was a lion though. But they tried carving it later. Later a pharaoh tried to have the face of the Sphinx carved to look like him.
Yeah, something
it was
like that. Well,
originally
because it was
a lion.
repurposed.
Yeah.
Because they didn't actually make the Sphinx; they just found
Right.
it.
And so the Sphinx, they basically a lot of archaeologists recently have come to the conclusion that the Sphinx is way older than conventional science is willing to admit because there is erosion on its paws from rain.
Oh, no,
Right?
in where it was dug out of, because they repair the paws and stuff like that. They repair it.
But
over
did
time,
you hear
but
hear they're covering parts of it up and like now, like because more of this information is coming out about this water erosion. They're now all of a sudden they're doing repairs and they're covering up the feet of the Sphinx so you can't look at them.
Yeah, going into a big restoration project.
It just it is crazy. But anyway, that's what I was because we are always hitting on aliens and I've been sitting there played out recently. But
you know what? One other thing we found out in the South was
what?
That Chick-fil-A is 1,000 times better.
Oh, we knew that.
I could have told you that.
But it's true.
Before we went there, we
true.
just proved it.
Yeah.
We proved our hypothesis.
So what's the point in going to the one around here then?
To get that occasional fix you need.
It's terrible though.
I don't go to the one around here.
The one in Portsmouth is an oddball. It's kind of an oddity because the one in the Manchester Mall that I go to, the Pheasant Lane Mall, that one's better than the Portsmouth, the Newington one.
I gotta go one more time. I feel like just to give it a fair shake. Third time's a charm. Maybe they'll figure it out. But
usually the bread is the problem. Usually
yes, I agree.
It's the problem with the bread that
dry, not buttered properly.
Or not buttered at all.
But it seemed like there's a weird flavor to everything. Like even the waffle fries, the ones in Florida were better. They had a better flavor to them.
You went to Florida?
I mean Virginia.
The Popeyes is always a problem here too. I went to Popeyes twice and it was just horrific.
That's why I said we had to try Cracker Barrel too.
Yeah.
Because you can't go to Cracker Barrel in Manchester, New Hampshire, and think that that's Cracker Barrel.
And you're gonna get good fried chicken.
Yeah, you gotta go south for that.
That's what I ordered at Cracker Barrel. I had 2 fried chicken breasts, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese.
Did you go to the same Cracker Barrel we went to?
I'm not sure. It could have been.
Where's one you went to?
I think
South
it was.
Hill.
Where was it?
South Hill.
I don't remember.
Right off of 85.
I don't remember. I think we were close. I think we were like an hour out.
We were like half an hour.
Yeah, it could have been the same one. I'm not positive.
Do you remember the town at all? Do you remember?
I remember getting to and from the highway.
I'll tell you what.
I don't think we went to town hardly at all.
Well, we didn't do much driving around, you and me, while we were there. Obviously, Colin was pretty fresh to the area at the time, but we did a good bit of riding around on this last trip, and I actually feel pretty confident if I were to go back. There's a solid 20 maybe 30-minute loop I would have memorized now.
Oh yeah, I could get you to Bobcats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, because we would drive right by it, going to our Airbnb. But no, I don't know. I liked it just riding around, and everything is just different enough. You know what I mean? And the thing I like too, all the woods. It's like the way I would describe it, I'm sure it has a name, what biome you're in. But the way I would describe it is just that southern pine tree forest. You know what I mean? With the longer needles.
Yeah.
Well, what was interesting was we were driving to check out where Colin works, and we're driving past all these wooded areas, and I'm like, wow, these trees are really thick. And then Colin said that they were all planted trees, and that the state plants trees on this land, and every 25 years they thin it out, and then after 27 years they cut it all down. So
big harvest.
It was all these perfectly straight trees that they
planted in really tight.
Yeah, so it was all really thick woods. And
there was a bunch of different plots like that were just these huge tree farms.
What was the highlight of the trip?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think obviously Bobcats pretty high. No, obviously I think the highlight was meeting Colin's daughter.
Okay, I was like you only have one correct answer for this.
Yeah. This was our first time meeting their daughter, and she's 5 months old now, so it's nice to kind of honestly I feel like we hit the sweet spot, because when babies are too little, they're just mush, and I'm scared to hold them. But this thing was
pretty lively.
She could support her own head.
Yeah, she was a lively little fella, happy-go-lucky. Really, I just never know with babies. I'm always scared they're just going to be crying the whole time. But I thought this was a very mellow baby, and as long as Emma was there, because I definitely kept making her cry. Every time I tried, I was like, oh, come here, you know, and I'm like bouncing her on my knee, and she's like, no, get me away.
I would hold her and she wouldn't cry, and I would walk over towards Carter, and then she would start to cry, so I had to walk away from Carter.
Yeah. But no, we
Colin's got a beard, so she shouldn't be afraid of the beard.
Well, she wasn't completely afraid of us. There were moments where you know you could have a good solid interaction, and she would hold on to your finger, and
it's very tough too to get her in a time where she's either not tired, not hungry.
Well, that's just
yeah,
it.
she's
That's
a baby.
That's the
All they
nature
do.
of a little tiny baby is they either need to sleep, need to eat, or they need a diaper change. It's literally always one of those three things. Those are the three things that why is the baby crying now? And again, not that the baby cried a ton. It was, you know, really a very happy baby. Anyway, that was by far the highlight of the trip. And then, you know, obviously just catching up with Colin and Emma and
yeah, it was nice to get eyes on everything down there too, so that when Colin's telling a story, I can see.
You have some point of reference.
Yeah, I can be like, oh, okay, this is what he's talking about. This is the area,
and how far away everything is.
Yeah,
like,
when he says
you get used to this, the loop. You know, I think of everywhere I go. I think of the loop I'm comfortable in.
Where the towns Danville, South Hill,
Clarksville.
I don't know that we went to Danville.
But we did.
We might have driven through Danville. I don't know if Danville was on the way.
We
to
drove
South
over to
Boston,
North Carolina too.
But at least I can look on a map now
to go to the
too
mall.
and be able to say.
Which was really cool. Actually, Carter, I'll send you.
Was the mall a big mall?
It was huge. I'm editing the video from the trip right now, but I took some videos on my phone here. If I send them to you on Snapchat, does that work, Carter?
Are they backed up to Google Photos?
Yeah, I would just.
Oh yeah, here, let me back them up to Google Photos. I took some video inside the mall on my phone because again, I was gun shy to bring my massive camera into the mall. I'm still getting back to it. Getting back into the swing of things.
But I mean, like when you look on a map of the area, it's always hard to tell how long it takes to get from point A to point B and how big things are. So we went around and we pulled into Food Lion, that Colin, his local grocery store, and we went in and checked that out just for fun to see what it looked like. And drove past Tractor Supply where he gets all his Tractor Supply goods. So drove through town to see where the Lake Fest happens and all that stuff.
All right, everything should be backing up. I some photos and some videos from the trip on my phone. I sent to back up so we can check those out while we're sitting here. But here's us at Cracker Barrel.
Hold on, let me.
Oh, it's not up for you guys yet. We'll throw it up here so you guys can see it. Yeah, there we go. Here's us at Cracker Barrel. Wrong photo. Carter.
I wanted to just go full screen on this one picture here.
Well, I think you had it.
Cassie
made a cameo appearance. But yeah, I mean, I actually do enjoy Cracker Barrel, not all the time, but once in a while. I don't know why you're so concerned with.
I was trying to zoom in so you could see the baby.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah, does he want his baby plastered on the internet?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't even take, like, if you want just a clear picture of the baby, they're on Facebook. Okay, if you're friends with Colin and Emma, you can find pictures of the baby, you know? So I didn't feel like I needed to shove a phone in the baby's face constantly. I got a few pictures of the group for posterity, for memory's sake. But there's plenty of adorable photos on Facebook that I've seen.
When one of the days we were coming back and we had to stop and get some groceries to make dinner.
Also, you can take a second to appreciate my Ryan Gosling Fall Guy outfit in its entirety.
Obviously, they don't get much snow down there.
Yeah, so this was really novel for them to have a snowman.
Yeah, there's no snow left in the parking lot, and they just rolled up the snowman. And
he was sitting in the shade.
He had a name tag, too.
name tagged up.
Official Food Lion employee.
Frosty.
What was the scale of Food Lion?
A Market Basket.
Was it like it was a full scale?
Full scale, yeah. There's
Yeah.
multiple of them. It's a chain. It's like
Okay, I didn't know if it was like a
Hannaford
like
Market Basket.
like a
They actually sell that Taste of Inspirations.
It's bigger than
brand.
Harvest Market.
Yeah, that Taste of Inspirations brand that Hannaford carries, Food Lion carries too.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it like a subsidiary of Hannaford then, or is it like a?
I don't know. I don't know how that
Hannaford?
works.
The video should be uploaded now.
Cause like Harvest, no, not Harvest. Hunters
Hunters,
has
yeah.
that stuff too. So I don't know.
Well, Hunters is Hannaford.
Yeah, but you can't use your Hannaford rewards there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
Weird.
went in
I-
for the first time since it got rebuilt, and I was like trolling around looking for stuff. And
We
I
don't
went
we
to
don't need
check
the
out,
audio from this. Just play the video.
And I wanted to use my Hannaford rewards, and I couldn't.
So this is the inside of the mall in North Carolina. What's the town it was in?
I like all the natural light that gets let in.
This
It was
building,
somewhere
this
around Durham, I think.
this
Yeah, I think Durham.
brick
sorry.
building here was a old mill building.
Yeah.
And the mall was built over it. I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, so two-story mall, escalators everywhere. This is kind of like
Did they
the
have any
heart
good
here.
food?
The food court was it had Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
I meant like
Uh,
restaurants.
Steak. Yes, so we ate in a very fancy Italian restaurant. It's technically not connected to the mall, but it's as you're walking in. There's like a.
Yeah, there was a row of.
It was almost
restaurants.
like downtown Disney kind of as you're coming into the mall. And
Well, this seems like it's the well. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to a lot of civilization, but the civilization that I've been to seems like this is what the standard is for a mall.
This
it was
is the
busy
standard
too.
for a mall. Yeah,
It was
in other
busy, and
places.
Colin was talking about how quiet it was there this day. And to me, I'm looking around like I can't believe there's this many people that exist.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh,
Colin
there he
really
is.
made.
I spotted the logo.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you spot the Kinville logo? But yeah, I don't know. Just a massive mall. Really cool to see a mall with life in it.
The one thing I thought was cool about this mall. So, there's a massive mall that I go to with Annie in Delaware. Like 2 stories, big thing. The one thing I noticed about this mall that was kind of cool was something that Colin had mentioned when we walked in about the different storefronts.
Oh yeah.
About how each store had their own storefront. And at first I was like kind of confused by that. Like I didn't know, I wasn't sure what he really meant by that. And then when we started walking around, I was like, oh no, it's like if every store was outside, they still had a storefront.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it looks
there's,
like
there's
it's
not a
out-
great
It's kind of
view
built
of it
like
here,
it's
but-
outside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this whole upper
Built like a strip mall.
it
type
just
of deal.
it made me think of almost like being in Las Vegas where you're walking and you think
You
you're
think
outside.
you're outside.
Yeah, it just I don't know. It was really cool to see. It's not something we have around here. You think here where we're trapped indoors, we'd have a nice big indoor mall.
If you go,
but-
yeah, I mean, if you go a little bit south, you can find malls
Yeah,
like that.
the mall in Burlington's pretty big.
yeah.
We didn't look to see how much the eggs were, Amy. Colin actually had a chicken coop, and they grew their own eggs. So
Yes.
they didn't have to buy them, and we didn't have to buy them for breakfast any of the days we had them.
But
Yeah, I am basically a hermit. The only reason I
oh
leave
my
is
god,
to go
whoa.
to
The whole
see Cassidy.
the whole trip, Allie was telling us we got to get out more because we're like dumbfounded by the littlest things. Like, we don't get out enough.
It was some things were a little concerning.
Right.
Well, she wasn't talking to me because I've been to nice restaurants before. So
Well, that Italian place was nice. And
What did you?
so this is
That
the
wasn't
kind
the
of place,
only thing that made
this-
me think everyone needed
Okay.
to get out more.
This was only the second time in my life I've been to a place where when it's time to eat, like several waiters come out and they like zhush, like everything all at once.
I'm
They played it in front of you.
99% sure that's because there was no one else there. They
Maybe,
had
but
nothing else
You
to do.
mean everyone gets their plate exactly the same?
Remember
time?
how they did it when we were at the Contemporary in Disney? How they came out like a bunch of chefs and the guy was like what
This
is
is the steak from grown in.
bonjour. You know, he goes into this whole speech. May I present your dinner? Be
Dinner.
our guest. Be our guest. Put our service.
Was it
to the
expensive?
test.
it was 150 for the
Five
five
adults.
of us, and Allie and Caleb got drinks. So
That's not bad.
It really wasn't. It wasn't too expensive.
But it was really good.
Slightly
too.
bit more expensive than an Olive Garden.
So again, with my fried chicken kick, I got it was a fried chicken Parmesan sandwich, and I wish I could have another one of those.
That's
I
true.
wish I could
That
say
was
my
really
my
good.
lunch was as good as yours.
Oh,
My
Yeah.
drink, my frozen peach Bellini was delicious.
Yeah.
It
looked good.
was very good.
That's probably why it was cheap, though, was because Caleb and I got the cheapest things on the menu.
But it was probably some of the best stuff. I didn't get to try. Carter got a meatball sandwich, which looked good.
Yeah, it was good.
And,
The bread looked good.
Yeah, my chicken parm sandwich was freaking good.
My
Probably,
flatbread was not.
maybe my favorite thing I ate on the trip was that chicken parm sandwich.
I'm getting hungry.
I know, me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
Well, we're doing the podcast early tonight, so we can get some dinner after this and go to bed early. That was really the objective here. We got to work tomorrow, and we're trying to reset.
Let's hit my reels. I sent
Curtis's
Carter 2.
reels of the week.
I sent Carter 2 of them.
All right,
Yeah.
we can hit up Curtis's reels of the week because
Play the second one I sent first.
Who knows what you're gonna see?
Get real.
But yeah, like I said, we're just trying to slug through this episode. We're getting back into kicking the rust off, getting back into the
Back
flow
to the
here.
swing of things.
Wow.
Kick
back
the
into
rest
the
off. You haven't
routine.
been gone that long.
I know, but we missed Friday.
Plus, the problem was we left yesterday at 3:30 in the afternoon after having a normal day,
Right.
and we didn't
Drove till 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 4:30 this morning. We got back here, and nobody slept in the car at all.
Well, and the thing is, this morning I spent the night over here, and I was sleeping really well this morning. But at 8 a.m., somebody had to go out and shovel the ice that had fallen on the stoop and start making a bunch of racket till I woke up.
It's funny you say that because that same someone disturbed me at 8 o'clock and said, "Are you ready to get out of bed?"
I didn't say that.
Like one thing. So our dad loves to get up early, but when he gets up early and everyone else is still sleeping, he goes down in the basement and turns on the TV and he stays really quiet.
Well, that's on a normal weekend. Carter, if
I'm
Carter
just
gets up
teasing you,
early,
Carter. I'm just
he'll actually come down here and do something down here to
mind his business. till
Yeah.
it's-
No, I just
Not wake
wanted.
me up.
I just wanted to get
Get that
everything.
ice.
Well, I wanted to get everything taken care of. That way, I could relax. I didn't want to sleep in until 10 o'clock and then have to clean everything up. And I still wanted to go pick Bear.
No, I
up
know what you
and-
mean. It's
I
hard.
was
It's hard to
actually-
relax when you still got stuff you're trying to do.
I almost
Yeah.
set an alarm when we got back because I was worried I would fall asleep and wake up at like noon
Yeah.
and be like, "Oh my god, I slept the entire day away."
Well, honestly, my thought, I would have slept till noon, and then I probably would have felt okay most of the day today.
I took a
Um,
nap.
Yeah, I tried to take a nap, but then, I was just laying in bed. I did sleep for a minute, but then I was just like, you know what, I gotta just get up and be active. Otherwise, it's just gonna ruin my
Your sleep
schedule.
cycle.
Yeah, like I just.
You want me
slug
to play
through it.
this one here?
Yeah, Curtis's
Yeah.
reels of the week. Get real.
Now this one here, it's kind of interesting. Like, it might give you a little perspective what it might be like to be a little person and how you're not really threatening.
He's trying to. So the caption right away is little person tries robbing 7-Eleven in Seattle.
Yeah.
So let's see how it works for him.
Right now! Family, the people coming, G. The police coming, G. Ooh. Get that bag up! Right now! The police coming, homie.
He's just crashing out.
Get that bag up! Right now! The police coming, family. Right now! Get that bag up! You about to go to jail, G?
He couldn't even. He wouldn't even actually be able to throw a punch.
Get that bag up! Right now! Come on, man.
He's definitely drunk.
Nah. What's up, boy? The police coming. What's up, boy? The police coming. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's hammered for sure.
Get that bag up! Come on, man. Right now!
But it just made me think. Imagine going through life.
Get it! You want to go to jail?
He's
G?
definitely pissed. He's an angry elf.
He's an angry elf.
Feel that
Must be a
bag
South
up.
Pole
Where the
elf.
bag at? Where the
I
bag
don't know
at?
if you're allowed to say that anymore.
I'm gonna fill the bag up with you. I'm gonna fill the bag.
I never even watched the whole thing. I didn't know it went on that long.
I think the funniest part of this is actually the comments.
As
That's
usual.
probably-
The cop
comments
laid
are
him down
usually-
like he was changing a baby's diaper.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh, we
When
missed.
the Boost Mobile was this recorded on.
Probably, yeah. I didn't. There's probably the cop at the end of the video.
No, I think that you're right. That is a what an interesting look into that world. You don't usually see that.
They're not really violent.
Not typically.
Now I feel like this is a guy that you guys met in Vermont.
Kind of looks like it.
For any lovely ladies that want to see my art project I just did after the show tonight, I could show you now. I could show you in person too, you know what I'm saying? So here's where I started with a little bunny, turned into a shark fin, a little pyramid, and then it turned into a panther, then it turned into a bunny, and there's Brazil, because I like Brazilian women, and then Pokeballs, and you know what I'm saying? And then this guy came up somehow, I don't even know where he came from, but he cool. And then this is the best part of it. I caught the leprechaun in the tree. She said, "Hey, don't catch me." I said, "Hey, I got you, girl. Don't you worry." Kisses. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then we went to this little baby thing. It looked like a little baby gorilla or something. I don't even know. No offense. And to this little thick Latina kind of thing that won't be deported. You know what I'm saying? And then, hold on, you know what I'm saying? And what up, cuh? And then, yeah, some kind of eye thing, a little Sonic thing that his ass sleep. And then I don't know about something about Warner Bros. And then
Oh my
shit.
God.
And then inside here is a little heart of love, little galaxies and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then
I actually don't know what he's
saying.
saying. He keeps saying, you know what I'm saying? I really don't know what he's saying.
Oh, and then it kind of ended on little love gun, and it ended on this. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy.
Once again, the comments have it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Schizogram is my favorite right out the gate.
It looks like someone let a toddler loose with a pack of markers.
Typical 4-year-old
Yeah,
says
exactly.
in the comments.
My
8-year-old
favorite
and
part,
8-year-old would have done
is
better.
no. Go back to it. Pull it back up for a second. It's posted several weeks ago. It's got 430 likes. So that's kind of where
Pretty indie.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on Instagram at the moment.
Curtis finds
Curtis
those
is
indie
deep.
tracks. Yeah, deep cuts only.
But I got a kick out of it.
No, I got a kick out of it too. That was pretty good. But I mean, I don't know. This I think was a I think this was a solid episode, solid comeback. Just like I said, ripping it early here on a Monday. We'll be back at it on Wednesday like usual, and
Yeah, hopefully a little bit more energy.
You were asking if Colin was in here. He's probably still at work.
that could
You
be
never
true.
know.
I don't know.
I forgot it was a Monday.
I was trying to amp up. I had my Red Bull. Red Bull gives you wings, they say. I was trying to amp it up, and
Maybe next time Caleb will have the YouTube video edited and we can.
yeah, we
give
can
it a
we can
screening.
review it, and yeah, I was working on it, but I just ran out of well. I told Curtis, get over here. I said I want to podcast early before I run out of steam. And, I got maybe a quarter way through editing and had to take a break here. But I'm working on it. I'm using Carter's computer, new software for me. But, I still got it. I still got the touch. So I'll finish editing, and that'll be ready hopefully soon here. And but, yeah, anyway, thank you, anybody that watched in perpetuity. Our episodes have been getting more and more views as time goes on. We're sitting around 50 views average, I would say, and numbers keep going up. But pretty soon they're going to be true to roof. So anyway, keep on keeping on. And
Is that it? We're out of here.
Unless you guys got anything else, I think
No,
just because
I'm good.
I was getting really hungry.
yeah,
Honestly,
we
I'm
talked
hungry.
about food for too long. I gotta eat some dinner now.
If we could Postmates or have anything delivered or anything like that, believe me, we would sit here and we'd be reviewing some food for you on the pod. But
Sadly, that doesn't exist here.
just not an option for us. So we're gonna get out of here and rustle up some grub. But thank you all, and we'll see you next time.
Let's go to space Goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend. May the force be with you.
I'm going now. I bid you all a very fond farewell.